Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tonight's entertainment, and today I will be responding to a comment that I received from a viewer named Liprox or Liprox, I think. So he or she wants to know how I change the ticker throughout all of my different programs. Questrade, TradingView, Interactive Broker's 10-second chart, and Tradezero's level 2, all by only typing it in once. So this program is called Auto Hotkeys. I don't know why I clicked open. Where's the dash? Dash. Okay. So this program is called Auto Hotkeys. The syntax that I'm using in this code is V2. So I think it's called like auto hotkey V2 syntax. So you will need to Google the specific V2 syntax in order to find code on what exactly you want. But basically, the way you do this is you download this program, AutoHotkey Dash, and you open up Notes on your computer and start typing in your code, right? So let's say this is a blank code and I type out this code. What you want to do is save it as a .ahk file, and then, for example, if it was on my desktop, then I would right click it and then click run script, and it will run it with AutoHotkey Dash, um, or with AutoHotkey. So now to get to the actual code. So here it is. This is my entire code. So this includes my buy and my sell and my cancel orders and my increase price and my decrease shares and my increase shares, all that good stuff. This is all in here. Um, I also have a code to specifically go to a specific number of shares. So for example, if I click Control 6, it'll type in 600 shares. If I do Shift 6, it'll do 60 shares, stuff like that. Um, but this is the part that was requested of me. So I'm going to put this code in the description, but you will have to change it for your own monitor setup. So I have, what's it called? I have commented what on the right side here, anything after the semicolon is a comment. So I've commented what each line of the code does. So hopefully that helps me when I edit it, and obviously other people if I send it to them. But this first line here makes it so that this hotkey will only work when Questrade is active. This plus enter colon means shift plus enter, and then is programmed to, and then from the start of the bracket to the end of the bracket. And here we go. So first I highlight the ticker in Questrade, then I copy the ticker, and then I move the mouse. So move the mouse to Tradezero symbol entry relative from where it is on Qt. So this little 0 here, actually I don't think this is not relative to where it is on Qt. This is just straight up moving the mouse. So the way that you do the move mouse function is that you click here, you click the window spy, and over here it tells you your screen. Okay, so it tells you your screen position. Wherever your mouse is, it'll tell you the position. So let's say my Questrade ticker symbol entry is right here, and I want to move, after I highlight and copy it, I want to move it to wherever you want to move it. Let's say you want to move it here. You would take the coordinates from this and then move it to here. Or actually, if you're not doing relative, so this first one is not relative from the position. So let's say I wanted to highlight and copy this and then paste it here, I would just put my mouse right here and I'm looking at where it says screen 164,397. So I'm looking at the numbers over here, right? So 161,400, for example. And then I would type that here, and then I would type the rest of my code. So that part's going to move the mouse, and then this click just means you're clicking there. Sleep 50 is a delay that I put so that the computer is able to process all of this stuff, all of the inputs that I'm sending in a row. So sleep for 50 milliseconds, and then this would be highlighting it, another sleep, this would be pasting that ticker, another sleep, and then this is entering it. Then this one, let me explain this one. So this one is where it says R. This means that it's moving relative from where it was. So let's say it was here, and I have to move it to here. Sometimes this version of the code, the MouseMove, doesn't work for whatever reason, and I have to do it relatively. So from here to here, I would take the coordinates from the screen position from here, and then I would see what the difference is in the numbers that I need to get over here. So for example, my first number would be, let's say, so you would do your x coordinate, let's say 150 to 600. So your first number would be plus 650 minus the 150. Okay? And then it would be a positive number because you're moving to the right. And then you're moving down, so it would be negative. It'd be negative. So this is 398. This is 491. So it would be like negative 100, for example. And this is just pixels, so negative 100 pixels. And then 0, I forget what 0 does, but you'd have to look up the syntax. And then R is, oh yeah, 0 is how many seconds it takes to move there. So obviously I want it instant. And then R is the fact that I'm doing relative. So these are all relative from where it was initially. So from when I first enter the ticker to when I put it in Tradezero is not relative. So I'm manually telling it what pixels to go to, which are these right here. And then every time I move the mouse after that, it's relative from the position. So relative from this position, move it down or move it to the left, 826, and then minus 18, stuff like that. So every time you see that is when I'm moving the mouse, and then obviously I'm clicking and pasting. But yeah, I'm going to put this code into the description, and all you would need to do is change your code so that it matches your screen based on what I described using the window spy and checking the pixels, so the coordinates on your screen, and then also changing, what you need to actually do. So when I am control C'ing, like this little up arrow means control, and then this is C. If you need to control V it, then control V, stuff like that. So if, for example, on interactive brokers, whenever I need to input a ticker, in order for it to actually go to the ticker on the first try, I need to do Shift+Enter instead of just regular enter. So I did Shift+Enter here so that it inputs the ticker. Stuff like that. So you will have to alter the code based on your own trial and error. It took me a while to do this, but it's not that bad and it's definitely worth it. So this will be in the description. So I hope that helps. And if there's any more questions like that, I'll be happy to answer them. All right. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace.